Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, let's have a look at various Trust Masters and think which might be interesting candidates to put the runes on. This video is just totally opinions and impressions. It's from here. Once we know, how the runes work, it's up to us to decide how to combine them and stuff. So I'll just point out kind of like the more popular Trust Masters in JP, how people are thinking about them. Maybe to give global players some ideas for what they can do in the future. But the first one that catches my eye here is Kumarin. This is Halloween Federica's Trustmaster. On the right side, you can give her the critical type runes, and then that will give her a set bonus of a critical rate 15 and then critical damage 10, so that would be a good start. And then with the bonus buffs, you could start adding, again, critical rate, critical damage. This also might be a nice Trustmaster for like Tita or Cloud, other people that like the critical. Of course, if you use this as your Trustmaster, you can't use an AP refresh Trustmaster like Bells or something. So on the left side, the defensive one, you might want to give the TP set bonus so that you can get the gained AP up 25. And then you could add Evade, of course, or Luck for Halloween Federica. And then there's some debate about which is better, the Luck up 15% or the Evade plus 15. I've seen some people do the math and they say that it turns out the same. It does matter like what your total luck is. You'll get more benefit out of it the higher your base luck is. But one advantage that luck has over Evade is you get accuracy out of it as well, so that's a consideration. What else is interesting? Maybe Dwayne's Helm. It has the Trustmaster ability to raise your magic resistance. You could build on that by raising Spirit. You could also give a magic resistance bonus buff. And then those will stack, because it's not two bonus buffs conflicting with each other. It's one bonus buff and then a TP buff, so they will stack. And then, of course, if you're putting this on Dwayne, the right side, you could add a bunch of like attack runes, attack up, defense penetration, dark attack up, stuff like that. Alright, and then we have Joom's Trustmaster, which has one of the best self buffs in the game, defense and spirit up. Here on the left side, you could add a bunch of resistances, element resistances or slash resistance. And then on the right side, if you wanted to use this with Joom, she has a lot of like slash and then slash resistance penetration buffs and things, so you could add more of those, take advantage of those. But when you add runes to a Trustmaster, you have to kind of think ahead about what else that character is going to equip. Like if you're like me and you're going to equip the Rune Blade onto Joom, that will give you slash resistance. So you wouldn't want to put the slash resist rune on here. Just because they would conflict, you would only get the greater bonus. And then we have Lucio's Trustmaster, which will give you the AP refresh. These are often going to be the first choices that people choose to give the runes to. And then these Trustmasters, they're most often going to be put onto attack scaled damage dealers. So defense penetration, attack up, slash attack up if they are a slash attacker. Here we have our first weapon Trustmaster. This is Nemude's Trustmaster, but pretty good attack value there, and then single target resistance up. So this is a mix of kind of offense and defense. On defense you could add more resistances, magic resistance or slash or whatever. And then on the other side you could add all of the kind of the magic stuff that you want, like healing efficacy up, magic up, spirit penetration, lots of things you could do with this staff. This is one that I often like to use for kind of my more squishy characters. This can lower the hate. You can add to some of the bulkiness by, again, raising defense, raising element resistances. If you want to use it on evade characters, raise luck, raise agility. Here is Muraga's Axe. This is a project of mine. But he wants to do both defense and offense. On the left side, maybe a Berserk Resistance, because he has that TP self buff, which has a chance to Berserk himself. If I could get that, 25% resistance, that would be almost guaranteed that it wouldn't go off if his faith was low enough, so that's pretty attractive. If I'm thinking about going against Cloud, I could raise slash resistance, I could raise lightning resistance, projectile resistance, and on the other side, I could add slash resistance penetration, I could add a dexterity because he is an axe user, accuracy, reaction rate down if I want to kind of tackle reflex, you know? And then here is Thancred's Trustmaster. This one has the light attack resistance on there already, so I don't need to add that. I could add a bunch of other stuff like dark resistance, magic resistance. Thancred would like that because he has such low magic resistance. And then some evade on here as well, so you could add more luck, you could add more evade, more agility. You could add the projectile resistance. Thancred's is already very high for that. Lots of possibilities here too. Here is Mont's Trustmaster. You might think that this would be good for tanks, but I see this used for a lot of squishy characters as well, partly because of the AoE buff, which will raise area of effect resistance. I've seen this used on like Hiton and stuff. So you could add evade here, magic resistance, HP up if you want to use it with Drain Force, stuff like that. What else is interesting? Here, this is Gurasada's Trustmaster. This has the TP skill to give you the slash resistance up. You could give her a bonus buff of slash resistance to kind of have it on all the time. You're going to be using it for that purpose anyway, so might as well have it. And then those will stack with each other. Bells, here's another AP refresh. Again, probably going to use it on physical attackers, but I've seen lots of people use it on like Megamont as well, so you could give him defense. I often use this on Khiton, so if I wanted a Khiton specific bells, you know, I could add evade, HP up, stuff like that. And then here, this is Luasa's Trustmaster. Lots of stuff you could do here too. Projectile attack up, projectile resistance penetration, attack up, defense penetration. If you know you're going to use it for Luasa or Lucia, you could do fire attack up, wind attack up. And then again, this is a weapon in the Trustmaster slot, so you might be low on AP. You could do gained AP up, you could do the TP set bonus on the left side. Oh, and then here is Ododoa's Apron with the self buff. This will give you the defense penetration. You could add even more defense penetration as an always-on ability. But a lot of characters have the defense penetration now, so you don't want to go over 100%. That's not necessary. Also, since the gained AP from this refresh is the least of any Trustmaster, it might be worth raising your max AP just so that you can maybe get another point or two out of it. So maybe set bonus for AP on the right side. Here, this is surprisingly popular in JP, but this will give you all of the attack resistances up 5. You could add all of the other resistances it doesn't have, like element stuff. On the right side, you could add a healing efficacy up if you wanted to put this on a tank that will be healed. So yeah, options here too. This is interesting. This is Chell's Trustmaster. Not a great magic value, but it has magic attack up and then a spirit penetration up out of the box. So you wouldn't have to worry about those. You could add everything else, like an element attack up, plain old magic up, stuff like that. I'm a fan of this sword. I like it for tanks because it gives you HP and defense, so you could add even more tanky stuff to this. You could say the same here for Silma's Trustmaster. This has the slash resistance up, so you could add all the other resistances to this. This one here has the casting time down. You wouldn't have to worry about that. Rune. This one here has the defense penetration. Again, that's something you wouldn't have to worry about equipping. This one's interesting. This is Krace's gun. This has hate down, which is a very unique, kind of powerful ability, but it didn't really have anything else really going for it. But with Trustmaster runes, you could really load it up with like accuracy or defense penetration, gained AP up. That could be a big one, since again it's a weapon. This staff here I really like for kind of close range staff users, like Inori or Kilfe, so you could add more defensive stuff here. And then here is a Salia's Trustmaster. This has the magic Maneater 20. That's nothing to sniff at. So you could add the spirit penetration, the magic up, the magic attack up. There's this one here, Valide's Robe, kind of the same idea as the Sasayaki's Trustmaster. It has all of the resistances except for magic, so you could throw magic on there, light and dark resistance, so yeah. And possibly Bearhood. This might be a fun one. This actually turns out to be one of the Trustmasters I use most, because I always equip it on guys where their Trustmaster proficiency is very low, like level E. But maybe you can help with your low-level leveling if you do like agility up or HP up or stuff. So yeah, this is a possibility here. Okay, so those were some thoughts on which Trustmasters might be interesting to try out with Trustmaster runes. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.